Hello and welcome to Beatpod, the Beatbox podcast. I am Grady, also known as GH Beatbox, and I'm joined by the wonderful TNK, featured in Beatbox International and reacted to by D-Lo himself. TNK, how are you doing?
I'm doing really well. Thanks for having me here. I'm excited to be here for the first episode. I'm looking forward to it.
Sweet. All right. So this podcast is going to be a bit of a kind of a news topic for Beatbox. Not always news. We can talk about kind of whatever we want in the Beatbox world. But today we're going to focus on the GBB25, the 25th installment of GBB. Everything surrounding just the solo category today. We might do other episodes on the other categories, but it'll just be the solo category today. All right. So GBB. What are your thoughts on GBB, TNK? You like it? You a big fan?
I am a big fan of GBB. The first video from GBB I ever saw was River vs. Collapse from 2021. I think that really helped me get into beatbox, and I think a lot of people too. If you ask them, oh, how'd you find out about beatboxing? They maybe saw one thing, especially more recently, and then they'll be like, and then I saw a GBB video of Codfish or D-Lo or something like that.
Absolutely. How long have you been beatboxing, by the way? We probably should get that out of the way now.
A bit over 3 years. I'd say
okay.
3 years, 3 months. 3 years.
I started in May of 2023, so I'm just over 2 years. The first video I saw was Codfish versus Batako 2018. So that was where I started. Yeah. All right, so this GBB is going to be in Tokyo for the third time in a row. Some people aren't very happy about it being in Tokyo so many times. I personally don't really care too much as long as it happens every year. I know a lot of people want it to go back to Europe.
I think Tokyo is a cool place. I think Europe overall might have a wider market for people making it easy to get there. But lately, there has been a really big market for beatbox in Japan and Asia, I think. So I think I'm with you, where I'm just glad it's happening, really.
Yeah, and the Japanese beatbox population is ridiculous. There's so many people in Japan that can beatbox. I don't even know. It's like becoming a national sport slowly, I think.
Yeah, totally.
All right, so GBB this year is going to be held, I believe it's October 31st through November 3rd. In Tokyo, so right around Halloween. It'll be live streamed, and then the videos will be uploaded later. And there's going to be, I think it's just the normal events, just solo, then it's tag team, crew, loop station, and producer. No U18 category, but we're going to be focusing on the solo. There's going to be 16 participants from the solo this year. 13 of them are confirmed now. I think a possible episode is going through the last 3 events that are yet to be held and kind of predicting who's going to be GBB.
That sounds pretty cool. What are the last competitions that we need qualifiers from? Is that Oceania?
The last 3 are the Oceania champs, the Africa and MENA champs, and then the Beat City Japan champs.
Right, got you.
Beat City Japan is confusing. There's 3 different events that gets held before the actual event.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm not too caught up on my Beat City Japan.
We might have to do some research before we do an episode on that one. All right, the first contestant in the solo category is going to be Julard. He qualified by winning GBB 2024, and he qualified to GBB 2024 by winning the GBB 2023 U18 category. He placed 7th in eliminations in GBB 24, and then he beat Alexinho, Kaji, and Osis to win GBB 24, and probably the biggest kind of out-of-nowhere GBB victor we've had, I think.
Absolutely. Honestly, Julard really wasn't on my radar for a winner.
Absolutely not. No, not to say he's not quality, but I just didn't know. I wasn't familiar with his game. I mean, he came in.
He's just this kid coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, he destroyed Alexinho in a counter, which is ridiculous. Number 1 drop at GBB 2024 was a counter against the counter king himself, Alexinho. And then he was able to beat Kaji, and then Osis in the final. That was a high-stakes battle. I think that could have gone either way, but Julard's power is just insane. Even through video you can hear it, but just from people I've talked to that heard him live, it's it just breaks the speakers.
He just makes everyone else sound quiet. It's ridiculous.
He has that it's like a K snare with a click roll. That's his most powerful sound, I think. And that just absolutely annihilates any sound system. I don't even it's like or I can't do it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah.
I've heard it described, his texture of it specifically. I think it was Shin who said it.
Okay.
That it sounds like someone slamming a door.
Yeah, that's actually good. That's actually a good description. Juilliard is going to be, Juilliard is going to be a top consideration for Victor in this one. Next up is Osis. Osis qualified GBB 2024 by finishing number 1 in the wild card, and he qualified for GBB 2025 by placing second place. He beat Helium, and then he lost, then he beat Helium, Remix, and then he lost to Juilliard in the final. Osis he hasn't been a GBB yet. Last year was his first GBB, but people have been wanting him in the GBB for a while. On the online scene, he was very popular.
Yeah, I feel like Osis is definitely a recent crowd favorite among like beatbox fans. He's like style, it's very him and has definitely inspired a lot of people, so much so that like I feel like you can go into beatbox jams online and like find so many people that their style has little flavors of Osis in there.
I would agree with that. I've heard a lot of Osis. He has that like gritty down under in the streets drill and like trap hip hop. It's really sick to listen to. And obviously he has that, what do you call it, the lip oscillation laser whistle combo with the falsetto. I think
he calls it poly whistle.
Poly whistle. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a laser whistle, which I can't do, with the vocalized, and it sounds so sick.
Exactly. Yeah. The closest I can do is like a.
Is it like bird whistle?
Yeah, it's more like a bird whistle. It's a crazy sound.
Closest I've heard anyone to countering him was Addy Krang, who kind of did that type of whistle, at least on Battle. I've heard a few other people online that can do the whistle. Maze Frog, I think, made a tutorial on it, but I can't do the laser
That's
whistles.
right. Maze Frog tutorials, very good. Definitely
highly recommend. If we could get a Maze Frog sponsorship, I would. Highly recommend Maze Frog tutorials. Osis, how powerful is he live? I think he's a little bit on the quieter side live.
I think that might be true because he's uploaded some like shorts and like Instagram reel type stuff of him beatboxing outside, and his beatboxing comes through the video really clear, but I don't know, maybe he's put some sort of like dynamics on that or some sort of mix on that makes it come through clear.
His vibration bass is super clean, but I don't think it hits as hard live as some other vibration bass guys we have. Like I know he did Smoke and Dance in the Acid Rain with vibration bass, and those hit live. I mean, he won with them, but at least on video, the vibration bass didn't come through as loud as some other guys. But his cleanliness with it is like unparalleled.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that when he battled Remix, a lot of people, especially online, thought that Remix would totally win.
Yeah,
because he had this more full sound, I think, is what I've heard a lot of people say.
Yeah,
but Osis took it, and I wasn't there live personally, but I can kind of imagine how being live there, hearing how he would have sounded, it would have hit.
Yeah, absolutely. Our third competitor is Remix, who just had a lesson with him, actually. It was really good. He qualified by finishing third in GBB 2024, and then he qualified from that by winning Africa and MENA region qualifier. I think he beat Hippie in the final there and also faced like Gelber or something in that round. Hippie had some sick rounds in that one, but Remix absolutely demolished him in the final. That was an underrated competition. I don't know if you watched the videos, but Africa MENA 2024.
I did watch the videos. Hippie versus Remix, that's a really cool battle too.
24, he beat Abo Ice in the quarterfinals, I think 5-0. Abo Ice kind of lost his round when he tried to counter Remix. He lost to Osis in the semifinals, and then he beat Kaji to take third place. Once again, Osis versus Remix was an absolute top-tier battle.
Kaji versus Remix, I mean, that's a rematch. They battled at...
was it Beatland? Beat City?
Beatland, yes. Yeah. Beatland, they battled in the... Well, it was the finals there. And Kaji beat Remix. So it's really cool to see that they had a rematch on such a big stage, and this time Remix came out the victor.
Remix, if he can get some, I'd say, variety in his beats, I think he can be an absolute top-tier competitor. I think his biggest challenge this year is going to be passing eliminations. He barely passed GBB 2024. He actually tied with Blackroll for 8th place in GBB 2024.
Really?
And Remix had 3 higher placements to Black Rolls 2 in the judges, so they averaged him out, and he ended up going through on a technicality. But he barely made it through limbs.
I did not know that. That's very interesting.
If he can make it through limbs, I think he'll be at least top 4 in next year's. That's my prediction.
He's a dangerous battler.
Absolutely. Yeah, our next competitor is going to be Napalm. I mean, you guys know Napalm. He won the GBB 2024 7 to Smoke, and here's the list of people he beat. He beat Mighty, Blackroll, Pac-Max, Remix, Aboice, Bookie Blanco, Maxo, and then he only lost to Maxo and Remix.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's difficult. And, I mean, of course, Napalm won the GBB in 2017?
Yes, 2017.
I think. Yeah. So he has so much stage experience. He's comfortable up there. He's also been vice champ twice in 2016 and 2023. I think that definitely don't count out Napalm because he really is a dangerous battler as well.
I mean, Napalm's ability
and he does well in
to
elims
turn...
too.
Yeah, elims... You wouldn't think he'd be good at elims, but somehow he just pulls something out of nowhere and absolutely destroys the stage. His ability to freestyle and counter on the fly, I mean, I don't even know if he preps his rounds anymore, but his freestyling ability is so clean, and he just turns his opponent's rounds into a counter and then into his own entire round, and it's really hard to go against him. You kind of have to go a completely different style, and even if you do something, I heard Remix talking about this, even if you drop like an inward bass drop on him, if you drop an inward bass drop, he's just going to go the same melody and just use lip rolls and absolutely demolish you sound quality wise. It doesn't matter what you do against him. He can just counter you anyway.
On the list so far that we've gone through, he's definitely the most experienced, I think.
Definitely. GBB 2023, he very controversial winner, I think, at least when that one. I know he went on Instagram Live after that. I think he was drunk almost.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that was...
I've seen the clip.
Yeah, that was interesting, but he's been a strong competitor for nearly a decade now. I think over a decade, honestly. And yeah, never count him out, like you said. Our next competitor, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know much about this guy. Ixalos from Colombia. I didn't even know he qualified until I checked the wiki. But he won the Maestro Beatbox America 2024. Do you know anything about that event? I did not watch it.
I do know, yes. I remember when Maestro was happening. I don't know, it was top 8, I think. And I saw Excelos's video. I was like, this is a masterpiece. And I saw the video of the guy he was going up against, and I just felt so bad for the guy. Not that he was bad, because the other guy was a very good beatboxer too. But Excelos's quality in the video, the editing, his sound quality is so clean. And then, of course, I was like, yeah, Excelos is taking the whole event, and he did.
The first time I saw Excelos was on a YouTube short titled Am I GBB Level? And then I saw him in Florida Beatbox Battle. He didn't make it past he didn't make it to the quarters. I know he lost to Pac-Max. Or no, he lost to Blackroll, who absolutely dropped a nuke on him. But he was still...
That's one of my favorite recent battles, too.
He said, like, you're not ready, and then Blackroll, I mean, just annihilated him with a drop. But he was ready. Even through those rounds, you could tell he's clean and he's precise with his beatbox. His spit snares, his case snares, all of that. I don't know if does he have a signature sound?
He definitely does this like one texture, this kind of bassy, like filtered roll thing. Like, I can't do it. That was nothing like it.
I know what you're talking about.
And then definitely that battle versus Blackroll, that was his first time ever beatboxing in a battle on stage.
Wow.
He did pretty well for that, I'd say. I mean, he had to go against Blackroll, so that's kind of rough. He's probably, to my knowledge, of the GBB competitors for this year, he's going to have the least amount of stage practice experience.
No, you're right. I mean, that'll only be his second or third competition on stage. We've had a lot of underdog stories. He'll need to come up with something special, I think. I think he can make it past eliminations. I feel like he'd have a really good elimination. But he beat Neon and Duds in the Maestro battle, both from Brazil. Don't know too much about those guys, but I do know they're fast and technical.
I think he beat someone else too.
Nexus,
because I think he was Nexus. That's
from
right.
Peru.
I saw Nexus's video when he battled Excelos. Nexus, he would probably be able to beat me. So like I can't talk too much, but Excelos just was on really another level, in my opinion, in the whole production of it. It was just really a marvel.
I'll have to
honestly,
check that out. I have not looked at those videos. I'll have to check those
definitely recommend it.
out. All right. Our next competitor is the man we were just talking about, Black Roll from Italy. He qualified by winning the Florida Beatbox Battle. He was decently close with his wild card. I think he was in the top 15, maybe top 10. And then he beat Exalos, which we just said, Addy Kerrang, Pac-Max, and Stan to win the Florida Beatbox Battle and qualify. He barely missed out on battles in GBB 2024, or else I think we would have seen him go a little bit farther than what he did. He is an absolute powerhouse of a beatboxer.
Yeah, I would love to see a Gillard versus Black Roll. Is that a thing that already exists? I haven't heard either of them live, but I can just imagine, their loudness levels. It just sounds so off the charts.
Yeah, I think the only loser of that battle would be the sound system. They're going to clip the speakers either way. What has he won? He won Florida, and he made it to GBB. Was he on stage before that? I think he's an Italian champ.
I believe he's won. I don't know too much about the beatboxing in Italy, honestly, or like Black Roll's stage experience. I feel like there's something. I know he's battled Osis a few times on stage. It was Vocal Total.
Oh,
I think
yeah. I saw that on the wiki. I don't know anything about it, but I did hear about that.
Yeah, that's a pretty big battle. As well as EBBC, European Beatbox Championships. I'm pretty sure he was in that as well.
Yeah, because he faced Mikkels, I think, in that, right?
That's right,
the
yeah.
14-year-old from Ukraine or something.
Yeah, he might have been even younger at the time.
I think he was 12.
Mikkels is crazy.
Yeah, he's absolutely insane.
Mikkels makes you feel bad about yourself.
He does. I think Black Roll is going to be a top echelon of power. And along with our next competitor, King Inertia, the most recent participant of the GBB, he won the Great North Battle. Qualifier, yeah. He won the Great North Battle 2025. He beat Mike, SD, Albo, Grey Cloud, and Match in the final. I don't think those videos are out yet.
Yeah, I don't think those videos are out yet either, but that must have been the second time, at least to my knowledge, that King Inertia and Match have faced in the finals of a battle.
Is it?
In the Bush Beatbox Battle 2022, I think they were the final as well there. Okay. That's a fun little fact for you. Yeah, King Inertia, he wasn't at GBB in 2024, was he?
No, he was not. He didn't make a wild card at all. He just took a break. He was in 23.
He was, and he didn't pass elims.
He had some problems with, I think, dry mouth in 23.
If he really brings his best stuff, I think he can go far. It's a matter of kind of figuring out what that is.
Yeah.
I know his wild card this year, a lot of people said, that's not King Inertia's, top stuff. It wasn't the best thing we've heard from him. And I think if we hear the best thing we've heard from King Inertia, then I think that he can definitely pass elims. But if it's maybe just kind of more of the same, or just a King Inertia beat, I'm not sure.
He always has his signature style, but it's started to get a little bit repetitive now. Even in GBB 2021, I think the biggest reason he lost is because he kind of did the same thing. It was inward bass and spit snares, just in different genres. He just won German International Beatbox, right? He won that. He beat who did he beat?
That's right.
That one German guy who had to go into the international round.
Tip of my tongue.
And then he
did.
Was it Osis?
It was Osis in the finals.
It was Osis, because Osis beat Addy Kerrang.
Oh, Callisto.
That was it. Because Callisto had to take over for Remix, because Remix couldn't get on the plane. And so this guy who didn't even pass, I don't know how he faced in actual German, but I don't think he was top 4. He might have been top 8. Had to go against the international guys. And honestly, big respect to him. He honestly did all right. He was confident up on stage against the absolute giants of the beatbox scene.
Then King Inertia did the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse song.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. King Inertia, he was also in Hatton 2024, which, Hatton, by the way, upload those videos, please. Where are they? I want them. I dearly want them. Where did they go?
The way they upload the
gives me a migraine.
Videos. Yeah, it's very interesting. It almost seems like a battle for the people in a way. Didn't they have the crowd judging?
Yeah, they had a crowd
system.
Point. They had a crowd point. The way they uploaded videos too, I've heard they have a sponsorship, and their sponsorship won't let them upload all the videos. That's why we haven't seen them. At least that's what I've saw online.
Yeah, I feel like I heard something like that.
So unfortunately, we can't see the Hatton videos, but I know King Inertia beat Remix in Hatton, and I think he lost to Improver in the final. But I think he made was it Improver versus Inertia in the final?
I don't remember if that was the final, but I do remember that was a battle. That sounds right. That it was the final actually.
I think,
and then Improver won. And I remember Improver. I think he was really surprised that he won.
He was,
because he was like really tired. He had like no sleep
and
for
he
like
barely
3
passed
days.
eliminations with some mistakes in his elimination round. So obviously Inertia placed 4th in GBB 2021 with some of the most iconic beatboxing we've ever seen. He didn't make it past elims in GBB 2023, but if he can bring some new stuff, I think he'll be a finals competitor, if I'm going to be honest.
I agree with that. I think he definitely has the potential to do very well, GBB.
All right, so then would be the 3 competitors that we don't know yet: Oceania, Africa, and Mina, and then Beat City. But I know Oceania has Pono, has JP, it has Codfish. Africa and Mina has Hippie, I think maybe Max. And then Beat City Japan has a lot of people. Pac Max, I think. CJ from Iran. A lot of potential out of those. So
that's exciting.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to need to do a primer on those, I think. We have the wild card winners next. Now we're going to get into the 6 wild card winners, which 6? What do you think? Only 6?
I think it made things really interesting. I think I'm a more the merrier kind of person, though. I would have preferred, like, I don't know, 12 maybe.
Yeah.
Like, which is twice as big. This wild card season, of like in my time following Beatbox, I mean, I was following the GBB 23 wild card season, 24 and 25, and this time I had no clue who was passing. And I watched so many wild cards and was like, yep, this one's really good. This one's also really good. I have no idea.
It was like every 30 minutes you'd refresh your page and be like, oh my gosh, he dropped. Oh my gosh, another guy dropped. What do I do?
Exactly.
I think within like an hour, I saw Codfish, I saw H-Hass, I saw Steady, I saw Abo Ice. They all dropped in like the same hour or something. And I was just sitting there refreshing my page with my jaw open.
The YouTube notification heard around the world.
That's a good one. So the first place winner of the wild cards was Kaji. He obviously placed 4th place in GBB 2024, which does not qualify you for the next one. And then he came back with Stimulation, his wild card, and took 1st place. He was definitely on my passing. I don't know if I would have put him first, but he was on my top 6, I think, if I were to make one.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I mean, it's like I said, though, this one was so... It was so anyone's game. Like, I remember in 2024, I saw Cash by Osis, and I was like, oh, this one's 1st place. That did not happen this time, not even with Kaji's wild card, but I do think he deserves to pass.
He won Beatland, and it was absolutely class. I think he won Beatland, and he was pretty far in the GBB. I don't know too much about him. He's a part of, I don't want to mispronounce it, Sakaruno? The crew? Sarukani, yeah, Sarukanu. And he's another powerhouse. He came on the stage. No one knew too much about him. He's been in the online scene a little bit, but he came with his hard style and destroyed everything until he met who did he lose to? Julard. Until he met Julard. Until he met another powerhouse. Yeah. He'll be interesting because I don't know how much more he can do with his before it gets old.
Well, I think the thing about Kaji is, like, so many people now I've heard emulate that, like, hard style Kenizen bass thing. But he also has so many weird other tricks that I've never really heard anyone else do. Like, he does this one thing that I don't even know how to describe how it sounds, but it's kind of like a tech thing. It's almost like... That's, like, the closest I could get.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. And then he has like a really weird whistle and a zipper.
Yeah, I was just about to say the whistle.
Underrated zipper, I will say, Kaji. He pulled it out a few times. Underrated zipper. 2nd place winner was Abo Ice. Once again, another powerhouse. Kind of an underdog. Came up 2023 wildcards with Glitch and just blew everybody away with his weird, unique style. He was 4th place in 23. And then he's qualified the last 3 GBBs through wildcards, which means, I mean, he can impress people online and on a stage.
Definitely. I think the thing about Ice is that he's really, really good. But I heard D'Lo say in a recent video of his that like Ice will never have that initial impact again. He now has to really bring it. He can't just be Ice and win. It's kind of like what I was saying about King Inertia. He can't just be King Inertia and win anymore. Ice is still so good. Apparently, he's really, really powerful acoustically, but he has to bring something that, like, it's not just Ice again.
He was very repetitive, even when he did have that underdog strategy. Am I thinking that he dropped the same round twice in 24, in the in the small final and in another battle? They're very similar rounds.
I think in 23, in his Elim,
23,
and
yeah,
the small final.
Yeah.
He definitely, I think he did like glitch twice or something.
All right, third place, we have Steady. I don't know too much about Steady. I just know he absolutely kills it in his wild cards, and then he kind of goes under the radar. He won wild card in 24, and he had a decent elimination.
Second place, I think.
Was it second place? Yeah, he had a decent elimination.
Second or third.
He has a really cool train whistle noise. It's a polyphonic, but it's pretty unique polyphonic.
Yeah, I really like. He has like really powerful sounding kick drum. I feel like too. All his basics sound really clean, and his structure is just so good. But yeah, I don't have too many like super developed thoughts to say about Steady. He's just kind of like really, really good in my mind and has sounds that I haven't heard many other places.
I wouldn't be surprised if he passed eliminations again, but if he doesn't, I don't know if there's going to be too much uproar. Is he online? He's a Korean beatboxer. I don't know if he's won. I should have checked Korean champs. I haven't followed up on that. I know Huckle won it recently, I think.
I don't remember hearing that Steady won any Korean champs, at least very recently. I think I remember hearing who had won, and it wasn't Steady. I couldn't necessarily tell you who it was.
Okay.
But yeah.
I could be wrong here, but I think it might have been Huckle versus Steady in the final. I saw a YouTube short.
Oh, really?
I think that might have been it. Our fourth place wild card is the People's Choice and the K-pop stands choice, Wing. He was the fourth qualifier. He qualified to GBB 2023 via wildcard, and then he placed third. He beat Improver. He lost to Napalm. Then he beat Abo Ice, and then he lost to Kaji in the first round of GBB 2024 after placing third in eliminations. He is now one of the most... That was a good battle. One of the most famous beatboxers in the world after dropping Dopamine and after getting recognized by K-pop fans. I've started seeing K-pop edits of Wing. It's not looking good. And I saw a screenshot. No. There was a Beat Pella House fan fiction written somewhere.
Wow.
I think we might be cooked.
Wow. No, come on. I've not heard of that. I mean, Wing's Wing, man. Yeah. He's just Wing. He's very cool. Wing.
Very cool.
That's it.
One of the cleanest beatboxers, very technical, and can drop vibration bass out of nowhere and outpower, I think, most people with that. I would not be surprised if he is a top 4 or maybe even a finalist in this GBB.
Yeah, he's definitely one of my favorites to win, even.
Our fifth qualifier was Den. He has qualified for every GBB since 2021 with wildcards, but he's never made it past eliminations. And Swiss Beatbox kind of just uses him as an intro song merchant a little bit. He has sick songwriting ability, sick musicality. It's so fun to listen to. I would say he's one of the easiest beatboxers to listen to from a non-beatboxing perspective. If you've heard Twisted Fate... I think that's
astute. I'm not going to hold my breath for him passing Elims as much as I would like him to, because I would love to see him battle more on the stage. Yeah. My brain can't really visualize Den battling on GBB stage,
We've
which
just
is unfortunate.
Been denied the opportunity for 4 years straight. He was in the Founders Beatbox tournament in 2022. Did he lose to Jolux in that battle?
No. He definitely didn't lose to Jolux. Didn't he? I feel like he battled Napalm.
In the final, was it
the
Napalm?
Whole thing.
Yeah, Napalm. He might have battled Napalm in the final.
It might have been Napalm versus Vino in the final, but I do think that Den battled Napalm at some point. I remember Yeah, yeah, I remember seeing that battle actually. I swear. Maybe I'm getting confused with something from Florida.
No, I think you're right. I think
but
you're right.
yeah.
He is an inward bass maestro, I would say. A very unique inward bass. It's very high pitched. Kind of an interesting texture. Jolix has a similar texture, but I think that's just because Jolix hasn't hit his puberty deep voice yet. When he hits that, I think his inward bass will drop a little bit lower.
And maybe he's hit it by now. It's been a second.
I haven't checked out Jolix in a little bit, so he might have hit it now.
I mean, I think he's like 18, 19.
Yeah, he's older now. Fingers crossed for Den. Hopefully he can get past eliminations finally. Then our final qualifier is Dropical from Kazakhstan. Dropical from Kazakhstan.
Almost certain.
He's a weird beatboxer. I would put him on the same level as Mr. Android, I would say, in terms of sound-wise.
There's some beatboxers that have like a monstrous sound. There's some beatboxers that have like an electric sound. Some of them have more of an acoustic instrument sound. Dropical's like an alien. Like Mr. Android, Dilip, Exelos kind of sometimes. Like they're the alien beatboxers. Indicator, I guess.
Indicator. His inward bass is very dry. It's almost like almost a background noise, but the way he layers stuff over it is incredible. Yeah, almost like reminds me of vocoder with all like the layering different frequencies on top of inward bass. He's quiet apparently is the thing, and you can tell in the Florida battles he doesn't have that much stage experience, I don't think. You can kind of tell he made some mistakes. He wasn't really necessarily getting the crowd going all the time. His last stage before Florida was the V1 battle or V1 battle in Russia, where he was in the final against Zero. He made it to the final. If you've seen that, it's a very cool battle. They do this back and forth at the end. It's some of the most technical beatboxing I've ever heard. But he can hold his own. Oh, wow. He can hold his own in the right sound system. If the sound system is for him, I would say he can hold his own against anybody. But if the sound system is more click roll, more lip roll, more subby, I think he's going to be in a little bit of trouble. He has a very cool like squeaks almost and zippers and whistles, but sometimes they don't come through, and he's very quiet. I wouldn't know where to start. He'll be interesting to see if he can overcome that. All right, that is all 13 official qualified participants for the solo category. All right, so I think that's all we wanted to cover in this first episode. Very excited for GBB. It'll take place at the very end of October and November in Japan. Unfortunately, I cannot attend. TNK, will you be attending? Me neither. No. Someday. I wish I could. Someday. This was our first episode of Beatpod. We'll workshop the name. Give us a few episodes to workshop the name. Any suggestions would be greatly appreciated. Yeah, I'm going to advertise it in my YouTube channel and also Beginner Beatbox Club. Absolutely. Probably. If you are a beginner and you are looking for a club and are not a part of it yet, join Beginner Beatbox Club on Discord and YouTube. Great community. That's right. We're 200 members strong. I was the 200th member. More members. That's right. You were the 200th member. I didn't realize that. Thank you. I've just joined, but it's a great community, and I think that's all we have. TNK, would you like to give us an outro beatbox song real quick? No. I just ate a mango, so I don't know. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.